We're a betting man. Let's say, is this, I want the inside scoop. Should I bet that this is a hair system or should I bet that this is a hair transplant? What would you say? It's one interesting thing that I did want to bring up, and I thought maybe I can show you this picture and you can tell
Okay.
me why you believe this is a hair transplant or why you believe this is not a hair transplant. And this is
Okay.
a
Let's
famous
see.
this is a famous actor. Here we go. This is a famous action
Hmm.
star, Sylvester Stallone. You could see here, this is a man who's in his 70s. Uh,
Hmm.
and look at the density and look at the height of the hairline. Many have
Hmm.
said this is a hair transplant for sure. He got a great hair transplant, but they feel that it was too low. Others have said that it's not a hair transplant. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it can be hard to tell, right? I mean, a good hair system can look very much like a hair transplant.
Hmm.
In his particular case, though, I think that
Let's pull it up again.
um, uh, it could be, I mean, it still could be either. If it's a hair transplant, I feel some of the things that make it seem like it's a hair system is that, as you said, the hairline is sighted quite low.
Hmm.
Um, there's uh, there's not a lot of, to me anyway, I have to look more carefully at this, but from what I can see, it doesn't look like there's a lot of irregularity at that hairline. Like when I look at this area in the right frontal scalp hairline, it seems
Yeah,
almost too smooth. Like there should be some more irregularity. But
yeah, around here.
that could have been done from a transplant too. Sometimes transplants are done and they just kind of lack a little bit of irregularity. And that if you did have a little feathering in there, that might look a little bit more natural even.
Hmm.
But it could easily be a hair system. I mean, I could see either way here. A hair system also often doesn't have that irregularity, right? Because it doesn't generate that. It's just hard to generate that, I think, with the hair system. But this is often one of the things I tell patients too who want a lower hairline is that if there's an imbalance between the amount of hair on the frontal scalp if it comes too low
Yeah,
compared to the temple points on the
yeah,
side, these
right
areas
here.
here, if
Yeah.
there's an imbalance between how low that goes for how much hair on the side comes out, then it starts to look like a hair system, a wig, those sorts of things. And so I think
Yeah,
that's the situation here where if it was a transplant, then yeah, it was just sighted a little bit low, a little lack of regularity maybe, but good density.
yeah.
Um, and if it's a hair system, then yeah, same sort of concept.
So if you were a betting man, let's say, now, if you were a betting man and I said, "Look, Doctor Nakatsui, there's a bet going on here.
Jeez.
Here are the
Okay.
odds. Uh, is this, I want the inside scoop. Should I bet that this is a hair system or should I bet that this is a hair transplant? What would you say
Uh,
if
I'm
you were
gonna
gonna put
say
money on it? What would you say?
could be either, but I would if I had to bet, my life depend on betting one way or the other.
Yeah,
Then I
if
might
you're gonna
say
bet the house.
system. I
Okay.
might say system, but I don't know. There's some really good systems out there.
Well, that's good. I think this could be a series. Is it a hair system or a hair transplant? I feel like a lot of
Okay.
people would be interested. We're putting bets, and maybe next time when
So
we're live,
first we
we'll
feast.
yeah, well, maybe when we're live, we'll put bets in the chat section. See what the
All right.
audience thinks.